The Seven Ages of Man by William Shakespeare. Poem summary and analysis. Let's go through the poem lines. All the world is a stage, all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts, his acts being seven ages. At first, the infant, mewling and puking in the nurse's arms. Then the winning schoolboy with his satchel and shining morning face, creeping like a snail, unwillingly to school. And then the lover, sighing like a furnace with a woeful ballad made to his mistress' eyebrow. Then a soldier, full of strange oaths and bearded like a pad, jealous in honor, sudden and quick in quarrel, seeking the bubble reputation. Even the cannon's mouth, and then the justice in fair round belly, with good cap lined, with eyes severe, and a beard of formal cut, full of wise saws and modern instances, and so he plays his part. The sixth age shifts into the lean and slippered pantaloon, with spectacles on nose and pouch on side. His youthful house well saved, and a world too wide for his shrunk shank and his big manly voice, turning again towards childish trouble. Pipes and whistles in his sound, last scene of all, that ends this strange eventful history. Its second childless and mere oblivion, sans teeth, sans eyes, sans taste, sans everything. Let us look into the brief summary of the poem. Shakespeare is a high critic of life and literature. This poem, Seven Ages of Man, is a part of the monologue of Jacques in Shakespeare's As You Like It. It's a very beautiful play. The poet comprehends that the stage is set by the ultimate creator, God, and we are mere puppets out to act our roles out as directed by him. Their exits and entrances are stage managed or predetermined. A man generally plays seven typical parts. In the first stage, a helpless boy is just crying, throwing up and vomiting in the mother's lap. Mother nurses him all the time. In the second stage, he begins to go to school and he is reluctant to go there. It seems prison house to him. He moves like a snail, unawares of the blessings he is attributed with. He is afraid of what the world holds in store for him. In the third stage, he is grown into his late teens and his main interest in girls. He is likely to make a bit of a fool of himself with them. He is sentimental, sighing and writing poems to his dream girls. Though frustrated, he seeks pleasures in his woes. In the fourth stage, he is a bold and fearless soldier. He wants to take the world by storm, full of promises. He thinks less of himself and begins to think more of others. He is very easily aroused and is hot-headed. He seeks a bubble reputation. In the fifth stage is the age of justice. A middle-aged person. He becomes wise and experienced. His belly is round because of fat. He had a beard of formal cut to give a professional look. He enjoys prosperity and social status. He becomes very attentive of his looks. He begins to enjoy the finer things of life. In the sixth stage, he begins to lose his charm, both physical and mental. He becomes lean and pale. He puts glasses on his nose. He wears pantaloon and slippers. He carries pouch of tobacco in his pocket. The world is too wide for him now. His manly voice mellows into childish trouble. In the final stage, he loses his status and he becomes a non-entity. This is the winter season of human life. This is the stage of second childhood. He has lost his teeth, his eyesight, even all the essence of his life. He lives in a state of utter forgetfulness. Nature tries to cut him off from all earthly bondage. Death summons him to go to the eternal world. Finally, he meets his catastrophe.